It's Tom Hanks. It's a dog movie. You can't go wrong. This week's episode of Movie Nerds, we are reviewing Turner and Hooch. Hooch. Turner and Hooch is what it is. It's a family movie. It's just an entertaining little thing that you watch all the time. You know, it's about Tom Hanks, who plays a neat freak detective, gets paired with this dog Hooch. And Hooch is just your usual destructive dog, so he destroys his house and everything, so crazy. So let's open it up. Now the first thing you'll notice is the label on the VHS is actually bigger than it really should be. I don't know why they have to make it so huge. Couldn't they just fit it into the slot where they could have put it? Or did they just have some sizing issue? Whatever, it's a minor detail. Let's just pop this sucker in and start watching the movie. Man, I wish I had some popcorn right now. Okay, so it starts out with Tom Hanks' character Turner cleaning up the house at night and getting ready for bed, which is pretty different than what we usually expect, because most of the time it's usually seeing the characters getting ready to go to work in the morning, you know, put on their clothes, eat breakfast, and brush their teeth, but it's the other way around, so that's pretty different. And this movie, his partner in the movie is not Hooch right away, but Carl Winslow. That's not really his name in the movie, but seriously, haven't you seen Family Matters? It seems like that guy can't get any more acting jobs besides a cop. Later on, Turner and his partner go to the docks or pier or whatever, where we get introduced to Hooch. He's crazy, he runs towards him, and bites his neck like he's a vampire dog. I want to suck your blood, man. Yeah, so the person that owns Hooch basically lives on the dock or the pier or whatever, and then gets stabbed in the lungs later and dies. And that's how Turner gets hold of Hooch, and now basically he's stuck with the dog. And you should see how he looks and walking him home. That is just freaking hilarious. And then somehow Hooch gets a hold of Turner and drags him into this veterinarian's office. And let me tell you, it gets kind of crazy. And one of the funniest things on the planet is hearing Robin Williams say shit and Tom Hanks shouting. I think those are the two funniest things on the planet. Besides, you know, a couple other things, but it's just hilarious. And actually, I did not think that there was going to be at all a love interest in this movie. I mean, of course there was a doctor, but I didn't think there was anything special at all. I mean, come on. Is there any movie on this planet that doesn't have a freaking love interest? Let me think about that. No, there isn't any movie with a love interest. Good God, can't they just go without one? Sheesh. So Turner learns what a dog needs to eat and do and everything. So later in the movie, he leaves Turner in the garage, and then he goes to the store to buy pet food and bones and stuff. And then Turner breaks out of this garage door and destroys the entire house. Destroys it, knocks down stuff, breaks walls, and even drinks beer. Yeah, I forgot to mention, the owner used to feed Hooch, beer. Could you imagine a dog being drunk? I can't either. So, like, the next day or two after that, Turner takes Hooch to the police station where he sees the killer of his previous owner, and he actually goes after him and gets in a car chase with some guy's red car. I mean, seriously, they steal a guy's car and drive away with him in it. It's kind of funny, but unfortunately, the guy gets away. But that means Turner is now kind of a cop dog and is rewarded with meat, and I think he was rewarded with beer. I don't remember. But you know what? Hooch is just sad that his owner is dead and everything, so he's not completely happy. Yeah, poor doggy. So sad. So the next day, Turner investigates the warehouse the pier was to try to figure out where the killer is and everything so he can put him into justice. So he starts asking people questions, and then the vet invites Turner and Hooch to the beach with her and her dog to talk about stuff and everything. You know, Turner talks about how he's trying to figure out this investigation, and the vet tries to take his mind off of things. After the beach, they go back to his house, and they just do a kind of romantic omelet making scene. You know, like in Spider-Man 3 when Mary Jane and Harry Osborn were just having a good old time making that food and crap. Yeah, that's kind of what this part is like. The vet somehow tells Turner about this location or smuggling thing, so of course he springs into action, gets dressed, gets Hooch, and they're on a stakeout right now. And I'm actually watching this scene right now as I'm talking about it, so this is like coming directly out. So they're just sitting in the car waiting for something to happen. So this is pretty obvious. This is where the good stuff is going to start. They're just talking, stuff like that. Nothing interesting going on. Yeah, he's acting like he's retarded right now. Just a sec. Nothing happened at the stakeout. Nothing at all. But the next day, Turner and Hooch and Carl Winslow, I'm still calling him that because I don't know his character's name, they investigate the warehouse. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to talk about the money that was found at the beach. $8,000. That's a lot of money. And they wrapped in like a plastic bag, and Hooch actually finds the exact same size, shape, and brand. So that's a lead to something. And now it looks like they are about to start doing the actiony stuff. Yes, I just said actiony stuff. So Turner and Hooch go to this hotel. It's more of a motel where he starts asking this guy questions about the killer, and even shoots him, trying to shoot him with a gun. But then, of course, the killer comes out and puts a gun to his head and makes him drive in this Cadillac, and then puts his seatbelt on. Then he's giving him directions on where to go, and then out of a heroism move, he speeds into a wall. The killer goes flying out of the car and into the grass. Thank you, safety. Then he gets out of the car, interrogates the killer, and then Hooch comes out, bites his neck, and interrogates him even more, then captures him. And then they go to the warehouse to try and confront everyone else and figure out the case and take down a culprit or someone who is helping them out. So they go to the warehouse, people are turning against others, there are guns involved, and this is one of the saddest things I've ever seen. Hooch gets shot. I'm serious. Hooch got shot. That is one of the single saddest things I've ever seen. But of course, Turner takes down the culprit, but Hooch, he doesn't make it. Takes him to his veterinarian girlfriend, and he just passes away. I don't know why every dog movie has to be like this. Can't they just let the dog live? That was even sadder than Marley and Me when poor Marley died. But I'm gonna review that some other time. Yeah, but it turns out alright, better in the end, Turner is a more professional police officer now, and he, of course, gets married to the veterinarian, and they have a bunch of more dogs. I don't remember the breed of any of them, but it's like raising children, except 4 legs, a tail, and a lot more messier. And then, of course, there's a new Hooch. So all in all, it's just your usual destructive dog, gets attached to him and then dies. Yeah, well, it was a pretty good movie to say, so I hope you enjoy it, and I recommend watching it sometime, just for family entertainment, or if you just want a little bit of a good cry. All in all, Turner and Hooch is a great family film. It's entertaining, it's Tom Hanks, and who doesn't love seeing a destructive dog? Who doesn't? Come on. I'm just glad my dog's not like that. I mean, come on, how could that face be destructive? Look at that face. Well, that's all for this week's episode of Movie Nerds. That is the last family movie I'll be reviewing for a while. For the next couple of weeks, we'll be reviewing some action stuff. And what do I mean by that? We're going to be reviewing, hopefully, 2 different movies. 1, Cowboys and Aliens, and 2, Captain America. Aw, yeah. Wait a sec. If I want to review those movies, I better go see them. See you later.